Hello, Maverick traders, and welcome out to your daily market roundup. This is August here, and here we are wrapping up the day on the Thursday, October 23rd. Let's get into it. As always, we'll be taking a look at broader market analysis, do a little top-down approach, take a look at the sectors, see where the relative strength and weaknesses, and then we'll take a look at some possible setups. So let's get into it.
Disclaimer. This video was created for professional stock and option traders. Maverick Trading is a proprietary trading firm that employs professional traders around the world. Our traders trade firm capital and keep 70 to 80% of profits they generate. All trades and analysis in this video are for professional traders only. If you are interested in becoming a professional trader for Maverick, click the apply button in the video description. Let's break down what happened today.
So as we jump into the market analysis, pretty good day across the board. What we are seeing is the markets are now rallying to the resistance level, and the volatility, which again is a big component, especially as we take a look at the seasonality patterns. We are on a very low side of that volatility spectrum. Now, when we take a look at the numbers today, you can see it was a pretty good day across the board, with the Qs doing really well, and then the small caps actually doing the best here. We also saw a nice jump in the oil markets, up 4%, and that actually brings the oil back above that $60 level. And again, we are seeing as the oil goes up, we are seeing the bond yields actually going up along with that as well. Gold market finally cracked, and you can see this week has been a pretty big mover. And after that big drop, we're seeing gold being a bit of a small rally here. So when we take a look at the markets here, you can see market has been trading in a wide range here. And at this point, as you take a look at this price action, yesterday kind of had a pretty ugly candle. Here we are with a nice candle today. So at this point, it looks like it wants to break out higher, but we don't have a confirmation yet. We can easily get above it and then fall right below it. So as we always look at these resistance levels, you want to look for some confirmation for a clear breakout. Now, when we take a look at other metrics of the markets, the advanced decline ratio today, you can see is a nice update, 64% onto the upside in advance, and then 33% to the down. But then market breadth overall, plus minus 50 MA, we're kind of sitting at 51 in the red, 49 in the green. Again, indicating that the market breadth is not really that much better, but this is where you got to really focus on what's performing well and what's underperforming, and just focus on that relative strength and weakness. You can see that as a day like today, there's definitely a good pocket of strength, but then there's also some pockets of weaknesses as well. So this is where we need to sort of focus on that, and continue with our balanced approach. So for the markets, for me, nothing really has changed. I think I will move the -1 to a +1, but at the same time, keep in mind we are up against a resistance level, and that's really where we need to be a little bit more cautious. Now, when it comes to the outlook for the potential trades, again, I got some equal amount of longs and equal amount of shorts. I think that's just really how I'm approaching these markets. So let's just start with the first one. It's the Agilian Tech, and you can see that this one had a nice little break above that resistance, now making a little base here. So I think this is the one, I actually do like it. Nice little volume coming in as well. So this is, again, looking for on the upper band of that about 150 to 160 level. Now, the second one is the MPC, again, focusing on some of the energy. With that big jump in oil today, you can see this one has been consolidating and getting a nice little breakout here. So at this point, looking for a further breakout above that 200 level. If we see the energy market kind of holds up, I think this is the one I'll be paying close attention to. Here's the other one, that's DuPont and DD, and you can see this one is right up against that resistance level. So looking for a breakout above that towards the 85 to 90 level. Again, things that have been consolidating has been holding up. So I do like the price action here. Here's the last one, that's 3M company. As you can see, this thing was some consolidating for the most part. And we got a nice little jump on the earnings. As you can see, we continue to see a follow through. So I would love to kind of see some sort of pullback to kind of go long into, but this is, again, one on the top of my list here as well. Volume is good over here. So again, things that really breaks out after a long period has definitely more follow through into it. So then let's talk about some of the bearish ones. So here's the first one, Abbott Laboratories. You can see this one just continues to be in a weakness here. While the markets are kind of rallying up, this thing you can see continues to remain weak. So looking for, a bearish spread on this one, heading down towards that 124 to getting down towards this level of 120 here. Here's the second one, MetLife, and you can see this thing also, got a nice little break over here, just getting a little low base, a little bear rally here. So I would love to kind of look for a short right below this level, and then again aiming for, going back to the August levels and going to around 74 to 73 area. But I do like the fact that it's have a very small bounce to that little bear rally. Looking for a breakdown on this one. Here's the other one that's progressive. We had a bad gap low over here on earnings. It's kind of consolidating here, but I do like the fact that it's just staying in a smaller range and the recovery is limited here. So again, looking for something, in that 224 going down towards that 216 and further down. I think that's the one I would be looking for a further break on this one. And the last one is the Comcast, and same thing. You can see these ones, they're not that aggressive, but then you can see these are great to look for something to, on a bearish strategy, which is not as aggressive, but you want to collect more money on that time decay. As long as it stays below, these are the ones that are trending lower. So when we look into tomorrow, again, markets, like I said, likely to stay resilient, but at the same time, look for that resistance level and see if it really breaks out. We do have a couple of data points tomorrow, which is the inflation numbers, and we get the manufacturing and services PMI. So, with the government shutdown, we have this data vacuum where we just don't have a whole lot of idea on how the economy is doing. So it'd be good to get some data to see where the market is, and then maybe that will be a good catalyst for either if the data is encouraging, we might see a breakout tomorrow. If the data is a negative, then we might see, the market reject the resistance level. So we'll find out tomorrow. And that's pretty much it. So again, looking for the data set tomorrow, and we'll see where it goes, and then we'll adjust our outlook accordingly. Thanks for joining here. See you in the next one. Happy trading.